Hey guys, I am YouTube. Welcome to my video. In this video you are going to know about the plastic in automobiles, type of plastic and the manufacturing processes.
The advantage of using plastic in automobiles gives fuel efficiency, innovation and design, sustainability and safety and weather resistance.
Then we are coming to our topic plastic in automobiles. See one by one, don't get bored. Then, we see the content of the video one by one. The first one is plastic introduction, and the second is role of plastic in automobiles. Third is type of plastic in automotives and fourth is how they are manufactured. Fifth is automotive plastic in today, properties.
Plastics are polymers. Polymers is something made of many units as chain. Each chain is mer or basic unit that is made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and are sometimes of silicons. To make this chain or many links are hooked or polymerized together. Polymerization can be demonstrated by linking of strips of construction of papers together. Many polymers consist of hydrocarbons. These polymers specially made up of small units bonded into long chains. Carbon makes up the backbone of the molecules and hydrogen atoms are bonded along the backbone. The previous picture we can see the structure of the polymer. Thermoplastics. Thermoplastic is a polymer which is the molecules are held together by weak secondary bonding force that softens exposed to heat and return to original conditions when it cooled back to the room temperature. When a thermoplastic is softened by heat, then it can be shaped by extrusion, molding or pressing. Thermoplastics offer versatile and wide range of application. They are commonly used in packaging because they can be rapidly and economically formed into any shape need to fulfill the packing functions. Examples include the milk mugs and carbonated soft drink bottles. There are the polymers that contain only carbon and hydrogen. Polypropylene, polybutadiene, polystyrene, polymethylpentate are the example of this. Even though basic make of many polymers is carbon and hydrogen, other elements can also involve oxygen, chlorine, fluorine, nitrogen, silicon, phosphorus and sulfur are the other elements and also found in molecular makeup of polymers. PVC contains chlorine, nylon contains nitrogen and oxygen, polyester and polycarbonates contains oxygen, vulcanized rubber and thiol contains sulfur. There are also some polymers that insist of having carbon backbone, have a silicon or silicon oxygen backbone. These are considered as the inorganic polymers.
Then we will see the second of our content as role of plastic in automobiles.
Automotive plastics have changed the way that cars are made. Every path of modern car from performance to aesthetics is impacted by plastics. The automobile parts, which are made up of polymeric materials, are divided into four categories. The first one is internal parts like inside car, external parts like bumpers, mudguards and spoilers, parts in the engine components like air supply system, engine lid and oil ducts, and also the body work and engine parts like fuel tanks. Currently there are about 30,000 of parts in a vehicle, out of which 1/3 are made by plastics. In total, about 39 different types of basic plastics and polymers are used to make automobile. More than 70% of plastics used in automobiles comes from our polymers. Next, we see the main four polymers used in automobiles. The first one is polypropylene and the polyurethane and the polyamides and the PVC, polyvinyl chlorides.
Next, there are some of commonly used plastics are listed and their short forms are given one by one. Take a glance and look it out.
Some popular types of plastic in automotive industry and uses. Polypropylene. Polypropylene is a thermoplastic polymer used in wide variety of applications. A saturated addition polymer made from monomer polypropylene. It is rugged and unusually resistant to many chemical solvents, bases and acids. Application: automotive bumpers, chemical tanks, cable insulation, gas cans, carpet fibers. Polyurethane. Solid polyurethane is an elastomeric material of exceptional physical properties including toughness, flexibility, and resistance to abrasion and temperature. Polyurethane has a broad hardness range from eraser soft to bowling ball hard. Other polyurethane characteristics include extremely high flux life, high load bearing capacity, and outstanding resistance to weather, ozone, radiation, oil, gasoline, and most solvents. Application: flexible foam seating, foam insulation panels, elastomeric wheels and tires, automotive suspension bushings, cushions, electrical parting components, hard plastic parts. Polyvinyl chloride (PVC) has a good flexibility, is from retardant, and has good thermal stability, a high gloss, and low lead content. Polyvinyl chloride molding components can be extruded, injection molded, compression molded, calendared, and blow molded from a huge variety of products, either rigid or flexible depending on the amount and type of plastic used. Application: automobile instrument panels, seating of electrical cables, pipes, doors. ABS Cryolonitrile butadiene styrene is a compound made by polymerizing styrene and cryolonitrile in the presence of polybutadiene. The styrene gives the plastic a shiny, impervious surface. The butadiene, a rubbery substance, provides the resilience even at low temperatures. A variety of modifications can be made to improve the impact resistance, and the toughness, and the heat resistance. Application: automotive body parts, dashboards, wheel covers. Polyamide nylon 6x6 is a general purpose nylon that can be both molded and extruded. Carbonate, often used application in automotive industry. There are applied mainly non-reinforced condition, and their main application is automobile for manufacture of various parts of light assemblies. This is resistant to high temperature, transparent with the possibility of being painted into any units, modulus in tension up to 2300 MPa.
How are plastic are really made? Let's see one by one. The manufacturing processes are injection molding, rotational molding, extrusion processes, blow molding and thermoforming.
Injection molding. Injection molding is used for molding thermoplastic polymers. In this method, hot and soft plastic is forced into the cavity in a steel die. The most important thing about injection molding is the shapes of the articles may be simple or complex. Let us understand the process of injection molding. It consists of a machine with a hooper in which all the ingredients of the plastic will be taken. On the left hand side, it consists of an Archimedean screw to push the materials into forward direction. Then in the middle there is a heater to melt the plastic ingredients. And on the right hand side we have the mold cavity, which is formed by the molding parts maintained in the cold condition. As we have already seen that this method is used for the thermoplastic polymers. Thermoplastic polymers are formed by the addition polymerization, and these reactions are always exothermic. Hence it has to be carried out in the cold condition to take the reaction in the forward direction. The plastic ingredients are taken into a hooper, and with the help of gravitational force it falls into the machine. When the Archimedean screw is rotated, the material is pushed into the heated region where it melts, and at the nozzle the temperature increases to such an extent that it quickly enters into the mold cavity, where curing is done. Here curing means cooling of the plastic material. And finally, with the help of extraction pin, the article is taken out. This helmet has a very complex shape and it is very difficult to prepare by any other method. So injection molding is the right solution to make these kind of complex materials. Let us see the advantages of injection molding. Fast production, low labor cost, design flexibility. It can be used to produce very small parts. It has good color control, and very importantly, it has good product consistency. It has few disadvantages also. The first is high capital cost of injection molding machine, and the second is molds are also very.
Next, we are going to see the rotational molding process. The rotational molding process is also known as rotomolding or rotational casting, and it is a unique molding process. Today, the molding industry is one of the fastest growth of segment of plastic industry with annual growth of 10%. It includes the heating, shaping, cooling of plastics without no application of pressure. And we are going to see the types of rotational molding, and one is the carousel type. In the carousel type, it has 6 to 3 spindles were mounted on the mold. It is freely to revolve in a complete circle to form a revolutionary motion. It consists the loading and unloading stations where the molds are mounted. The spindles are mounted on the central hub and driven by the variable motors. The molds are filled with a certain amount of powder or liquid used as the charging the molds. The mold halls are pressed together by the application of bolts or clamps, and they are placed in the heating oven. The oven are fired with the help of the natural gas or oil, or some type of ovens uses the propane gas as the fuel. During the heating process, the resin melts, densifies into the desired shape of the mold. Once the process has been completed, the molds are moved into cooling chamber, whether they are slowly cooled by the air or water. Then the required object has been obtained in this process. Once the process is completed and the another cycle has been initiated, next we see the shuttle type machine. It is used for the large size of product manufacture. It consists the oven at the center, a frame form holding the load in the movable way. It allows to move inside over in the oven. After the heating, the mold are moved into the cooling station. Likewise, the previous station it is cooled by air or water, and during the time the another bare form holding the mold into the heating oven. It has alternatively two stations, station 1 and station 2, used for alternatively. We see the applications of the rotational molding. It is used for making portable toilets, mobile pots, includes the covers and etc., and the garbage tanks and synthetic tank and the vacuum cleaner and some type of boards can be manufactured. Almost any type of product or part can be manufactured by the rotational molding with lesser limitation compared to other methods. Rotational molding offers with low equipment and mold costs broadly design parameters. It is used for making tanks size range from 19 liter to 88 meter cube, and it is also used in agriculture, chemical and recreational vehicle industries.
Now we are going to discuss about extrusion molding. It is used for thermoplastic polymers. Using extrusion molding, long articles are also manufactured. Now we discuss about the process. It includes a screw conveyor, a hooper at the top in which the plastic granules are poured. Then heater is used in order to melt the plastic granules. The plastic granules are first poured into the hooper, then it reaches the screw conveyor. Now the screw conveyor rotates in order to push the plastic granules. Because of the heater, the plastic granules are melted and it becomes molten plastic. Here the metallic wire is introduced so that we get the plastic coated cable outside, commonly called the electric wire. Then it is cooled down and cut into the desired length. This is how the long articles are manufactured. The size and shape of the hole is same as the shape of the hole in the die. Now we discuss about the advantages of extrusion molding. It is most efficient and rapid method for producing long continuous articles. Extrusion molding has a low cost relative to other molding process. It provides considerable flexibility in manufacturing products. The plastic remains hot when it leaves the extruder, which allows the post-extrusion manipulation. That means we can change the shape of the article even when it comes out of the machine. Next, disadvantages of extrusion molding. It is used only for linear polymers. When the hard plastic exits the extruder, it frequently expands. The nature of the extrusion molding process places limits on the kind of products it can manufacture. Next, application. It is used in PVC pipes, cables, wires, straw and toothpaste tube.
In this video, we will learn about blow molding. It is one of the fabrication process. Let's see what is blow molding. It is a process used extensively for the production of bottles and other hollow plastic items with thin walls. It is also used to manufacture container, automotive parts, water bottles, etc. Object produced may range in size from 1 ounce to a few hundred gallons. Basically, it involves two operations: Parisian formation from the plastic material, blowing the Parisian into the shape of desired pot. There are two types of techniques which are used in the blow molding. The first is extrusion blow molding, which is characterized by scrap protection. And second one is injection blow molding, which is versatile, scrap free, and is substituted by processor. There are two types of extrusion blow molding: continuous extrusion blow molding, intermittent extrusion blow molding. First we can see continuous extrusion blow molding. In continuous process, the continuous Parisian is formed at the rate which is synchronized with the rates of part blowing, cooling, and removal. As we can see in the diagram, the Parisian is first placed between the halves of the mold. In the second diagram, the mold closes around the Parisian. In the third diagram, the Parisian, still molten, is pinched off and inflated by an air blast that forces its fall against the inside corners of the cool mold. In the fourth diagram, when the piece has cooled enough to have become solid, the mold is opened and the finished piece is ejected. Now let us see about intermittent extrusion blow molding. The equipment is same as of injection melting. It consists of a machine with their respective mold parts. It has a hooper at the top and a motor at the side. In extrusion blow molding, an extruder is used to pressurize the resin and form the Parisian. First, we will take all the ingredients which are required to manufacture material into the hooper. With the gravitational force, it is taken inside the machine. When we start the motor, all the ingredients are pushed into the heater region. Parisian from the molten thermoplastic resin is then interact between the two halves of the mold of the desired shape. If 100 psi of air is blown into the Parisian, it is followed by cooling process. The part is cooled and removed from the mold. Excess of plastic materials or flash accompanied the molten part is taken out from the mold. That is how plastic bottles are manufactured. In the blow molding, let's see injection blow molding. It is non-continuous cyclic process, consists of two phases. The first is the Parisian is molded by injecting melted plastic into a steel mold cavity where it is kept hot and conditioned. In the second step, the Parisian is metered into a blow mold where blowing operation takes place to form the final part. There are various advantages in the injection blow molding. The first is good quality of molded parts and productivity. And the second is there is no flash protection. The third is the molten part neither has pinch of scar from flash nor requires additional trimming. And the fourth is the molten parts show hardly any variation in weight, wall thickness and volume. The only
Thermoforming methods. This is one of the most simplest method. Here, a plastic sheet is heated in a clamp-free metal. A vacuum removes the air underneath the sheet and pressurizes the sheet into a mold. Some regions stretch more than others. The thickest plastic here is the top flange that touches the mold surface and makes it cooling. They are thickest at the top and it comes down, it is very thin.
Now let us see about automotive plastic nowadays. High automotive performance demands parts that handle it all. Plastic perform from the engine to the chassis, throughout the interior to the exterior. Today's automotive plastic make up approximately 50% of the volume of a new light vehicle, but less than 10% of its weight. There are 5 types: safety, interior, exterior, chassis and electrical. Safety. Safety advances in today's material save countless lives. Airbags, windshield, sunroof, plus energy absorbing innovation reduce vehicle fatalities. Plastic front end modules, modular seats and energy absorbing bumpers help save lives every year. Next, interior. Plastic represent only about 10% of the weight of today's vehicle, but about 50% of the volume. Lightweight seat, instrument panels, durable upholstery, sound control fabrics, the headliner, dash and door panels are made with modern polymer combinations. The next one is exterior. Plastic are crucial to vehicle exteriors. Light, bumpers, hoods, lift gates, trim, it's all right there for you to see. Plastic resists extreme weather while helping reduce emission, improve safety and increase savings at the pump. And the fourth one is chassis. Plastic are crucial in the chassis market. Innovation in plastic technology displays successful structural application each year. It would not be possible to achieve many of these enhancements as efficiently and with the same performance using other materials. See today's chassis structure and hardware. Plastic are strong and lightweight, bolstering the chassis or structure of the vehicle. And the last one is electrical. A car's electrical system used to be limited to a few components, not anymore. In the last 20 years, a car's electrical anatomy has undergone major changes. Electrical components now automate system from ABS to satellite radios. Plastic make that possible. It includes switch sockets, connectors and lighting.
Properties of using plastic rather than using metals: lightweight, transparency, it is low cost and corrosion resistance, wear resistance, low thermal conductivity and electrical insulation.
We hope you guys understand the plastic in automobiles. If you likes the video, press the like button and post your comments below. Thank you. We will see in next video.